Happy Friday, lovelies. Welcome back to What About This? And you know, our little frenzies chat. It's just enough to get us through lunch, not a whole meal, just a bite sized snack. Our little voice memo energy, the kind that starts with, okay, wait, what about this? So, wherever you are, if you're in the carpool line today, if you're folding laundry, if you're stirring dinner, if you're brushing out your lashes, just know I am probably right there in the middle with you. Probably doing one of those right now. Let's talk about it. What about this? What about pausing long enough to mark the moments where God quietly grew something we almost talked ourselves out of? I know that's a little heavy for a Friday chat, but today is one of those days for me. Today, we're talking about marking 1 year of this podcast. 1 year ago, this was just a small yes. There was no big strategy. There was no big 5 year plan, no polished roadmap, just obedience, just a whisper, just a quiet conviction that women needed a space where faith could be honest and our grace could breathe. Grace could breathe over us. And if I'm honest, I almost didn't do it. I wondered if anybody would even listen, if it would matter, if I was enough to carry it. But I hit record anyway. My hands were shaking, my voice was trembling, and somehow that small yes has become a whole year. 39 full episodes, dozens of Fridays, what about this chats, conversations about wilderness and anxiety and courage and grief and formation and becoming, and talking about our favorite finds, what life looks like. And when I look back, what stands out the most isn't the numbers, it's you. The messages that said, I feel seen. I didn't even know I could love Jesus and still feel anxious. I thought I was the only one. Those messages flooded my DMs, my emails, my website. And that's when I realized this was never just about building something impressive. Not just building another podcast for someone to listen to be entertained. It has always been about building something honest because we weren't ever just building a platform. We've been building a table where women didn't have to perform to belong, a table where brave and afraid could coexist, even when that's not the norm, even when people don't want to talk about it, a table where grace and growth are not opposites, and a table where fear didn't disqualify you from faith. This year proved something to me. Women are hungry for honest faith. Women are hungry for the truth, not just a louder voice, but a real one. Not louder voices, but real ones. Not fearless faith, just steady faith. Not performance because we've done that long enough, but permission to just be. Year one was about belonging. It was about knowing you already have a seat, that you don't have to hustle for worth, that you don't have to earn your place, that you can be forming and still faithful. And the foundation was grace. It's always been about grace. But somewhere in the middle of this year, something shifted and the conversations deepened and the hunger grew and the courage in this community became louder. And I realized something quietly before I ever even wanted to admit it. The name was changing. Our heart will always be the same, but this show isn't just about grace. It's also about hope. And it's not about fragile hope, not the pretend that everything is fine, I'm fine kind of hope. It's wild hope, resilient hope, hope that survives the wilderness places, hope that walks through anxiety, hope that builds while tired, and hope that just chooses courage anyway. And if I'm honest, I felt like my voice has always been a little hopeful, even in the tension, even in questions, even in becoming. And the one thing I love most this year, the honesty. The women who wrote and said, thank you for saying that out loud. That's who we are. We're the same. Girl, me too. We tell the truth and we stay hopeful anyway, even when it doesn't look like we planned. So, as I've been praying about year two, I knew something needed to expand. Not the heart, but the banner over it. Because we are building, and what we're building is bigger than a moment, it's a movement. We're building a movement. We are becoming a movement. And this isn't just about a podcast. It's also about our Friday, what about this? It's our what about this too conversations because we always have something more to say and something to add because life always is lifing and the world is always going to be the world and the things that we didn't say but probably should have. And it's also about some favorite finds and life updates. But we also keep this conversation moving in the Substack for Musings of Grace, for the Wildly Hopefuls, and the Grace Notes, our newsletter. And in the Instagram, you guys come in my DMs. We have voice notes and prayers. It's all about colliding together. This is ours. And my prayer that one day this is going to become a live show, right? We're going to be live from city to city, tables set up in rooms across the country, women gathering in real time, hope embodied in real space. Coming to a city near you. Like, I just like the ring. I like the ring of that, like the sound of that. It's got a good ring to it, right? Because what started as a small yes at my microphone is becoming something that needs more room. So after circling names, after testing them and wearing my family out, after walking away and coming back, one name kept standing. Didn't feel trendy. It didn't feel clever. It just felt true and it felt forward. So today, while we're celebrating and talking about our 1 year birthday, are y'all ready for it? This show is becoming, and y'all know I've tried the Ellen, oh my God, I did it that time. Okay, I did it that time. So I've tried the Ellen many times, but today we are becoming wildly hopeful. Wildly hopeful with Brandy Dawson because that's what this has always been building toward. Not perfection, not performance, resilient hope. And these are our wildly hopeful chats, the kind where we tell the truth about our lives and we stay hopeful anyway. Year 1 was about belonging. Year 2 is about becoming steady, becoming while we're being formed, becoming courageous, not because fear disappears, but because we move anyway. And grace carried us here, but courage will carry us forward. So it's my heart, same heart, just a clearer name. What started as a table is widening into a movement. And if you've been here since episode 1 or just started listening in on episode 39, you didn't just listen, you built this. You prayed this and you carried this. And we're just getting started. This is where wildly hopeful isn't a trend, it's radical expectancy. It's a declaration. It says we tell the truth. We sit in tension, we wrestle honestly, and we will stay hopeful anyway. That's toward the country energy. That's where praying it in, coming to a city near you. Welcome to Wildly Hopeful. Welcome to our Wildly Hopeful chats. Welcome to what we're building together. Welcome home. Until next time, love you all. Bye. And that's it. That's what we've been building up to. That's been our big reveal. Starting next week, we will be the Wildly Hopefuls. Look for the new update. We're going to have a new picture. Your girl's not wearing her denim tuxedo anymore. Okay. Until then, bye.